you want something?
Yes, I would love a beer.
Yeah.
Do you have a Budweiser beer?
Yes, Ari, we will get you a Budweiser type beer.
Yeah, that's the best beer for fucking getting loaded.
Oh, yeah.
Staying loaded all day.
On those all fucking day, all night. You keep the same level of buzz throughout the entire thing.
I was with Jay and DeRosa. We got a beach house last year, and I never was like a real Coors Light all day drinker, but that's what they did, or Michelob Ultra, shit like that.
All right, Coors Light. I would rather drink Michelob Ultra than Coors Light. Coors Light is very pissy, just like it's too watery. And I drink Bud Light too, and it's still better than just Coors Light.
Coors Light is the best for drunk driving, but Mich Ultra is the best for just hanging out and just never stop drinking.
Yeah.
You had that. Thank you.
I used to like
finally being hospitable.
I used to like your standard Michelobs. Regular Michelob was great. And I loved the commercials because they always try to pawn it off as, we're a little better than you. Like it was the stockbrokers hanging out. Your first sale. Congratulations. They're all pieces of shit yuppies drinking the Michelob and stuff.
It's just a Michelob.
Yeah, it's fucking Michelob, douchebag. What are you talking about? It's made by Budweiser. It's the same fucking tanks it comes from.
They just poured it into a different color can.
Yeah. They leave it in like for a day more or something. They do something to it so they could call it legally something different. But they always try to make it this. I remember it was.
Tastes great, less filling was a big.
That was a big one for. What was that? Light beer from Miller.
Miller Lite, yeah.
Yeah, Miller Lite. And they called it light beer from Miller instead of Miller Lite. But there was a Michelob commercial where it was the father and son. The son finally got a career type job, and he's in the suit and everything.
Oh, proud.
And and he takes the father out for dinner, and he's like, let's get Michelob. And the father's like, whoa, fucking Michelob.
And 14.
And then, and the kid pulls out his credit card. It was all in that time where it was like the Alex P. Keaton days and Republican and Reagan.
Getting a job was the best thing you could do.
Yeah, getting a money job.
What do you do? I evict people.
Yeah. I steal people's retirements. Making a Michelob, people.
Get benefits.
Come on. Did you find any of those commercials?
Used to fight. Tastes great, less filling.
Yeah,
all
less
the wrestlers
filling.
would be ready to fight over it.
It was everybody. They had what's his name? I
forgot.
Billy Martin and
kicking at the umpires.
Yeah. It was Billy Martin and George Steinbrenner yelling at each other. They had like all these sports rivalry guys yelling at each other about.
That was when.
Oh, here it is.
One out to go. Yeah, what can he do to his
Billy Martin drunk drove into a tree. That's how he died, by the way.
Really?
You need to know. Yeah, Billy Martin.
They got Rodney. Rodney Dangerfield for no reason. He's on Team Less Filling.
Look at all these old-timer sports guys.
Wow, Rodney getting Less Filling tastes good.
Oh, yeah.
Any pinch in his left? Here I am.
Oh, the uke.
And some hot chick for no reason.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Rodney Dangerfield got shelled in this softball game. He didn't throw one strike. In the area of a billion. John Madden for no reason playing baseball.
In baseball? What the fuck is he? Yeah. Beer commercials were something back in
that was when
days.
you couldn't see through what they were doing in advertising, where they're selling like what you said with this father and son. They're selling togetherness and family.
Yeah,
but really, it's like this could be for a car, a beer, anything.
Right. The presentation, the outline of the commercial would be for anything.
For anything. I love seeing through that for Super Bowl now, where it's like America was built on greatness. And you're like, where is this gonna go?
Yeah. Like, where are you going here?
And then it's like Toyota tires.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, you can't tell sometimes. When COVID first kicked up, there was a commercial and it was about being together and caring and taking care. And it was a bunch of clips of Americana and us cooperating, going through hard times in the past. And then at the end, they didn't even say, it was FritoLay. And I'm looking on, what the fuck does Fritos have to do with
this?
Any of this?
They're just like, we are brainwashing you.
Yeah.
Did you like that feeling you had watching that?
Yeah, it's
also
not a
that
company
good feeling Frito. Good feeling Fritos.
Fritos.
Yeah.
Oh, so if I eat Fritos, I'll feel nostalgic about a better time and place. Oh, I get it.
It's nuts. We're powerless.
Lot of it. Yeah, we just didn't know. Who was, I was talking to? Nick DiPaolo yesterday about how shit how shit happens to the masses when you look at something like the Holocaust and go like, oh, why didn't they fight back? You know, there's so many Jews there. Why didn't they just fight back? And you know, in Poland they did up to a point.
So yeah.
But everyone goes like, why didn't they fight back? And you go, why aren't you fighting back? You put your mask on. You didn't go to work. You closed your business down. You fucking went broke. Yeah. Why didn't you do something? Because it's a progression.
You become accepting of whatever it is, or you just be like, oh, the people in charge will take care of it.
Yeah, they're supposed to take care of us. I guess they'll take care of us, and it's probably for our own good.
Minister of propaganda in the Holocaust,
right?
Like, well, they are taking our job, doing something.
Yeah,
all these Jews in the shtetl are like, what are we doing?
What did we do?
I have my own little grape farm. What?
Oh my God!
Yeah, all those like real like wide brim hat guys are like, huh? What's going on now?
What happened?
Yeah, they just sell people on an idea and then they just kind of run with the.
And it's it's a progression. It's like it didn't go from your business being shut down on day one. People would have lost their fucking minds if day one they went.
2021
right,
April, we'll be back.
Yeah, we are shutting everything down for over a year. Shut your businesses down. Stay home. Don't send your kids to school. Everyone would have went, what? No, day one they went, we recommend you wear a mask. We recommend it. We're not even saying do it. We recommend it. 2 weeks to flatten the curve, people. 2 weeks. Do you have 2 weeks for America? And then it just kept going and going and escalating. And, the old saying for the Holocaust is day one wasn't the gas chambers.
It wasn't that bad.
Day one was, hey, we got to move you.
Windows. Yeah.
We're going to put you in a general location here where, it's just the progression, the slow boil, all that shit is how they fucking own you.
It's psychology or something where it's like
totally
when you can expose that, and that's why it was social media too. They got us. It was all good and friendly. Here's some pictures of my food. It's a little annoying, but okay.
Look, I'm planking.
Yeah. Here's my kid. You're like a little annoying, but okay. But and then it just got worse and worse until now you're like, hey, I want to get out of this. Like, well, you can't really. All your passwords are saved on Facebook.
Yeah.
Everything. So you're not getting out of that. You need it. And they're like, but now we're forcing you to be mad at your next door neighbor.
Yeah.
Against your will. That wasn't part of the original sale.
No.
You're like, I need it for my business. I got to be on here. It's
right
nuts.
Now you need it, and you're getting into arguments. There's this team against team mentality to it, and
Fucked.
it's a great way for whatever. I don't know who thinks of this. If it just happens organically, if there is this power at the top of the pyramid working everybody with.
I think it's just to sell. It's just to sell ads. So they're like, we got to get you on here. And what's going to get you on here? A happy thing about an autistic kid hitting threes? Like, maybe. But like, look what this guy did evil to this person. You're like, that makes me so mad. What else is going to make me hate life? I'll go back on there instead of walking on a nice day out. You're missing these 72-degree days. Yeah, exactly. And then just like, they pull you in until they're at the point where it's like, I'm not political. Whichever side you're on. I'm like, I hate you.
Yeah.
You're like, neither one of you are passing bills.
No.
What the fuck's it matter?
Nothing's getting done. It's just a place to really just to hate.
Just to hate.
To hate. And it's really divvied up. Boy.
Remember 1984?
Oh, yeah.
When they're like the 10 minutes of hate or 2 minutes of hate. I forget what it is. And it's like, it just gets you out. And I just reread it, listened to it on Audible. But like, it's like, oh, we have that now.
Yeah, that's
get
something.
It out. It doesn't matter what it's about.
There are so many things, especially with the news that you watch, that's just Winston sitting there changing the fucking news. And people, and we see it now where you'll watch a video from a couple weeks ago of a politician or personality, whatever, and then they're saying something completely opposite of it. And then you never see that other clip where they said it.
What?
And like, there's Winston just going, burning the fucking shit. This is the truth.
Yeah.
This is the new truth and the real truth and the only
throw
truth.
labels on people and then you just forget. Like, I see it happen to Rogan a lot, where he'll have Democratic senator on Monday, Republican senator on Tuesday, and then it's just like, look at him with these Republican senators. And you're like, wait,
he's so a right-wing Nazi.
So down the middle even.
He's a liberal, bleeding heart liberal. Yeah.
And then people go like, no, I mean, I read a headline that said he's only has Republicans on. So it's like, that's the new thing. You're like, but you just don't see it's It's so nuts.
No, the blindness too. You're right. Like people will refuse to see what they don't want to see, even if it's dangled right in front of their face. You see that with both sides and the news, whatever the fuck that is these days.
News.
They'll just cherry pick what they want, and that's their truth.
You know that Louis, those people who wrote the Louis article that came out later, Noam interviewed him from The Cellar.
Oh, yeah.
His podcast. And he goes, did you find any women who were like kind of okay? Because he asked, right? So did you find any women who said like, yes? And they go, yeah, we found a bunch of those. We just didn't think it was germane to the article.
What?
Like, yeah, what?
Why?
Why didn't you think that was germane? She goes, well, I just didn't, no reason to put that in. Yeah.
Well, then you have an agenda.
Yeah, they have an agenda.
You obviously have an agenda where you're just going to put in the things that reinforce what you want to put out there, not the truth, not news.
And then anyone reading that is not going to even think that's
right.
Also, that's possible.
Yeah, yeah. You've been in the newspapers or something. Have done stories on you over the years for things. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's completely untrue. I had a call from my commercial agent, and he was like, "What the fuck is this?" I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about." He goes, I read an article that said I dropped you," and I'm like, I don't know. He goes, "I don't know either. Where are they getting it?" I mean, it's like, you haven't done commercials in 10 years, but I didn't drop you. I didn't even talk to these people. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I have no idea.
It's the one really odd thing about getting any fucking fraction of fame is you realize, you go, oh, wait, they didn't just get my story wrong every fucking time. They're getting every story wrong.
They're just not
every
even really
fucking
researching
time.
it.
Because they don't care. They know what'll look good and what'll sell papers or get clicks or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So that's what they put out there.
They don't cross-check. There's no like, make sure this is right, because no one's like, I mean, I've had this, so like, I've heard from other friends, like, you're not going to sue the LA Times. They have people.
Right.
So it's
what
like,
are you going to do?
Once they realize that, they're like, oh, I can push.
I'll write anything. Totally wrong. I've read things about me that I'm just like,
sure, right?
Oh, that's completely wrong.
Not even like an adjective in there. Where
I
would disagree with that.
No,
that's kind of rude to say, but like a fact that are like that is not true.
Totally wrong.
Yeah.
But and that's something that people that haven't had to deal with the press in that way don't understand.
Yeah, it's like, but then anyone reads it, you got to assume it's true, and I'm sure I'm doing the same thing. I read something.
Always think, well, I read it.
Early Wikipedia, me and Duncan Trussell, we used to like realize you can just go in there and fuck with anybody's and it'll stay for a week or two.
Yeah.
So it was like, Ari hides his Jew gold. You could just find these things in there. Ari hides his Jew gold in multiple holes all over Tucson area. We're just like,
oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah, you could just go in there and fuck with it. It was so fun.
I'm a lot more cynical these days about what I read, especially from mainstream media. I don't believe any of it.
Got to go in saying, how are they misleading you? By the way, I'm not political, so it's on either side. It's like either they're propping someone up or pushing someone down, but the odds that they're just like reporting the baseball score is small. ESPN used to fuck with that a lot. Like 20 years ago, I remember them going like, they had these like shitty basketball players and they loved them. They were just like tall Purdue white guys, you know? And they'd be like, they'd show all these, somebody with a turnaround jump shot. Oh, now here's a rebound, put back. And you're like, finishes with 7 points. You know? And they showed every one of their highlights. So it seems like they went out for 45.
Yeah.
And you can just mislead. It's just, it's nutty. But now I try to see what, I'm like, okay, hold on. What is the truth?
What are they putting out there? What's the agenda here? What's the underlying thing that they're trying to put across to people? Because it's never the face value of a story. Everything, the headlines mean something. The picture they use means something. And then I love this. They've used this excuse over the years, which always fascinated me. You'll see who wrote the story. And then you go, what the fuck is with this headline? And they go, oh, yeah, we don't write the headline. It goes to someone else. We don't pick the picture.
Someone else does that.
Like, someone else does that. It's like, that's no accountability.
Why is that allowed?
Why is it allowed? First of all, who is it that picks the picture? I don't know, some guy down the hall. And
you're a fucking journalist, and they're putting a headline on your thing. You should go in there and go, hey, what the fuck is this? Sometimes you read the headline, and then you read the article. I'm like, it's not even close.
It doesn't even resemble.
Opposite of that. It's not even picking out a little piece.
Right.
It's just like that. I didn't say that in my piece at all.
That's what they do.
It's nutty.
It really is. And it's so blatant that I am very surprised at humanity for not seeing it. Like I really
don't blame them, but I'm also surprised.
At this point, I mean, maybe years ago, I still even thought when I used to watch the news when I was a kid, my parents would put the news on. You watch, you just took everything.
They're selling the truth.
That's the truth. It's the
not
news.
The truth,
it has to be.
They won't be able to sell anything. That's the only thing they're selling is we will bring you unobjective truth.
Here it is. Walter Cronkite.
Yeah.
Fucking the guys here in New York. Who is it? I don't even remember their fucking names. Yeah. Dan Rather was the national guy. The local guys, Roger Grimsby. Roger Grimsby.
Great name.
Yeah, it was like these old fucking school guys, but you'd watch it and go, oh, it's got to be true. You didn't even question it. And then with the events of the past few years and even decades at this point, you've just seen that news went from a public service the channel used to do to inform people to this newsertainment. We can make money off this. We're selling ads now just like it's Friends or Seinfeld or something. And that's when it just got flushed down the shitter. Yeah. And no truth anymore. It's all about ratings.
They sprinkle some in to keep you going.
Yeah, to keep you going. Maybe
like which truth are they trying to show you?
And again, even those are agenda driven. And I don't know. I just take it all as horse shit now. All is bullshit.
Abby Rosenquist told me this once where it's like she was talking to her grandmother who's like scared of black people, you know? And she goes, it's like, look, we're saying only, like, if you're a liberal, you're saying only videos of like cops shooting unarmed black men. And if you're a grandmother with the algorithms, you're saying only videos of somebody robbing a liquor store. And so that your versions of what you see, you're like, I'm telling you, I know what I saw. But like, oh, no one's getting a full view of anything.
There are two distinctly different opinions and videos that you can go to.
Yeah,
that really do get people on both sides going.
The debates every time there's like both sides claim full victory.
Oh yeah.
Show the highlights to show that
this is right, absolute, 100%. I'm right.
Yeah, and then there's a bunch of people like me that just kind of step back and just watch both of them.
Oh no!
Wow, you guys
What's going on
for nothing.
There's a funny clip making the rounds today about Camila Harris, who is our vice president, of course. She will not go down to the border.
She will not go down on her husband.
She will not go down. Well, she'll go down on other guys. Apparently, she got her whole political career based on having sex with men. Like that's what I mean. That's what that she has worked her way up in politics by fucking guys that have given her opportunities to go to the next level. I don't know. That seems to be one of the side's stories, and so she will not go down to the southern border where there's, they say, a giant crisis, and because she doesn't want to be photographed in front of a world of shit happening at the border.
Yeah.
So she won't go down there. Now, Lester Holt, who is a very liberal reporter, hit her up with this question, like, go to the border. And she just can't. She laughs when she can't figure out what to say, and she looks away. Like, she won't look him in the eye when she's saying this. It's all the body language of someone who's completely lying.
It'd be nice if they could be like, hey, man, listen, off the record. Or just, well, you have to say it on the record. It's like, hey, if I go down there, you guys are going to photograph me at the place and put me in the thing. So it's like I can't actually go and investigate because you guys are going to be in this position.
If I go, I'm going to go overnight. So you don't even know I'm going, and we'll check it out.
I did it with Tulsi Gabbard, where she goes, she's the only one I like of the young people.
Yeah.
She's like, let me go meet with the guy in Syria and see what the fuck he wants, see if we can work this shit out. And they're like, oh, so you're meeting with him? It's like, to work it out. And they're like, you met with them. It's like, to work it out.
Credibility. Oh,
a fucking senator. What do you want me to do? I'm supposed to go and try to have world peace. And you're like, no. So it's just like, I don't know how anything gets done.
And then if she doesn't, they go, why wouldn't you talk to the guy? So it's the Kobayashi Maroon no-win scenario.
Just quickly put a button. Okay. Do you have any plans to visit the border?
At some point, we are going to the border. We've been to the border.
Politicians
so
suck.
this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making. I'm not discounting the importance of the border.
Well, I mentioned it because I know Republicans have certainly come at you on this, but Democratic Congressman Cuellar has a border district has said to you and the president, come. You need to see this.
Listen, I care about what's happening at the border.
I care.
Just quickly.
No, first of all, no politician cares. When they say they care, No one cares. I don't care about my family as much as they say they care about some fucking illegal immigrant that's coming over the border. And I understand you might care about the situation and want to help people. I get that. But don't bullshit us and I care about. You don't. You just don't. You care about your job.
I wish there could be some honest people.
Yeah.
Some politicians who are like, hey, hey, do you mind if I could just talk to you guys regular? It's like it's some shit going on for sure, but like we're worrying about other thing right now, so we're prioritizing other stuff.
They don't like that either, because even look, I think Trump came as close as anyone can to talking like a regular guy talks.
It seemed like, and I'm going off. I don't really know. I'm just going off what I hear. It seemed like that Yang guy was like, "I'll talk normal."
Yeah, I'll talk.
I don't know what he had to say, but he was like, "I'll talk normal to you."
Then they hung him out to dry because of it. He was. Where was he? The Stand, I think. He went to the.
Wait, really?
He went to. I thought it was the Stand, and he laughed at some joke.
Ugh,
and they
getting people on laughing at a well-written joke.
Oh, he's laughing at this inappropriate. And it wasn't even inappropriate. I don't even remember what it was. But
this is how hard comedy is now. This is why comedy is hard now, specifically stand-up. People look at you laughing at a subject. So now you're feeling like, what's the over? They're not like, is this a well-written joke? Is this a good reversal?
Right.
Is this a good misdirect? They're just going like, what's the stance? And can you let? So you're an audience member, not just letting loose.
Nope.
Oh, God damn.
You're like, what the fuck? What does he mean?
What does he mean?
What's his position on? How about you just laugh and shut the fuck up when you're not laughing?
You know what I started doing with journalists? Because at some point, so I'm like, this is a real problem. Burr had this great thing where he goes, they asked him like, what do you think about me too? He goes, what do you think about me too? I'm paraphrasing. And they're like, what do you mean? He goes, well, you have a good fucking, you care enough to ask. Go ahead. You get yourself a sound clip.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bet he never gets an answer.
Yeah. And then, so I started realizing that they suck, sort of. So I was like, tell you what, I'll do this interview with you. I need you to post a hyperlink and post the entire conversation. We're going to talk for an hour. You're going to show like a 6-paragraph thing. I need you, because you guys, it's not you. I'm sure you're the great journalist.
You're amazing.
You must know your industry. So I need you to post a hyperlink with the entire thing. And they're like, well, we can't really do that. I'm like, then no interview. It's okay.
Yeah.
No big deal. But
by the way, you can do that.
Absolutely, you can.
It's super done easy. Many times.
And so now I go a step overboard. I just give them misinformation.
I love it.
I just feed them shit that's not real.
Just shit.
Yeah.
And they print it. And
fuck those people. Exactly. Let's have some fun with it. They're not going to change, so let's just have some fun with it.
Oh, what
Make up shit about my friends. Throw it in there. Fucking Greg Fitzsimmons had a heart attack. You're just like, anything, dude. It's so much fun. And they just print it. They don't cross-check.
They don't even check. No.
Get shit in. It's so great.
Is that brilliant? That's fucking funny.
No, I love this, Dan. I support Chris D'Elia, even though he had sex with children. That was like 7 or 8 years ago, and he's recovered.
And they're like, ooh.
Yeah, just like throw it in. Yeah.
Leading with this. Oh.
Yeah, one person says something, and it's go time. So let's enjoy it.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Oh, I've had friends call me like, a heart attack, Ari?
Yeah, is that what you fucking...
Yeah. Just like you dick. I'm like, because I forget.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, you dick what? I'm like, you said I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
They're good, because they're not trying to print the truth. So why should you give them the truth? Yeah, just give them bullshit.
Play your game.
And even if they misprint it, it's bullshit of bullshit. So it doesn't even.
You misquoted me. That wasn't the lie I gave you.
That isn't the lie I told you, motherfucker.
Yeah, worst case scenario is they give you the truth by accident.
Yeah, all of a sudden they fucking, wait a minute, that did happen. You prick. I blatantly lied to you.